Tell me what he said.
We're meant to call the herd. It's a natural thing, like Mr. Darwin taught.
And I'm not where you are.
No I smell you a mile away.
In episode 3, the scene with Lasher and Felix really came out of a story instinct that Lasher needs to meet another kind of magical being as a means to understand himself. And then there was just that feeling that I wanted to give the audience some kind of connection to the whole Anne Rice universe and to interview with the vampire. And so I went to Rowan Jones and said, what could we steal from your world that would be an overlap? Is there a vampire who could talk to Lasher? And there was this character in their world, and he's a student of Lestat.
Is that blood?
Yes.
What you been up to tonight, friend?
I know my friend.
Oh, is that how it's gonna be?
Shooting in Jackson Square, it's an amazing place to shoot. You feel the history and you feel the magic and the voodoo and all the rest of it. And it was great having Felix.
What are you?
What the damn hell are you?
I don't know.
It shows that this can turn into a real amazing monster universe, bringing over those crossovers with the vampires and the witches and Lasher, whatever the hell he is.
Maybe I was a priest. That's why I feel like this.
That feeling's guilt.
So that idea that he's teaching Lasher something about how to live because he has learned from Lestat was too fantastic not to run with.
You live by their rules, and you'll go crazy.
I think in terms of trust, we want to feel the way one does feel in a family, because family, again, was what we were delving into so much in the season, which is like who has your back and who doesn't.
Sorry that took so long.
We've watched Rowan really build a relationship with JoJo, and here she is very early on in our season betraying one of the people who's really, really had her back and helped her into the family.
Our father is upstairs.
You looked me in the eye. You promised me.
Ultimately, what she does in episode 3 is she decides to use Cortland as a model for leadership in the family because he's won the family over, and it really works against her.
These are my cousins from
How
my
are you?
Uncle Remy's side.
Hi, thank you so much.
She lies and she manipulates. She does things that Cortland would do.
Josephine, word, please.
And we just wanted our Rowan to not quite pull it off.
What about Lasher? I thought he was here.
I know you're all excited to see him. The thing is...
She is lying to us.
It was also a great opportunity for Moira to be a real antagonist.
You're his witch.
I'm not his witch.
But you're his mother. He gives you a load of power.
I like the themes in the show that we're playing with. We're playing with power, and everyone knows that power is a slippery slope, and that's true for Rowan.
I know how powerful you are, Moira. I'm not your enemy, okay?
Okay.
You want another or not?
If you'll sit with me while I drink it.
Let go of me.
It's Lasher trying to figure out who he is.
I'll get you your check.
And he's tempted by Felix to say, take what you want. You are a one-off. But it's not in his nature. So when he does try to take control and he does try to sort of impose this sort of strength and this force,
David!
doesn't turn out the way he thinks it will because it doesn't sit right with him.
David, run!
I think that's so interesting. So, you know, like when he is cut, bruised, battered, beaten, the only person he wants to see is his mother, or his lover, Rowan. That's when he goes back there, and that's where the ultimate betrayal happens.
He's here.
And not just to me, but to her too.
Stay inside.
I remember that stakeout day. It's like 2 a.m. in the morning. It's cold. I don't know if it was cold, but it was 2 a.m. in the morning. Staying up all night.
That's a huge scene, and it was my first scene working with Tongai this season. We had a great time.
I'm so happy with that quelling scene because it feels very, very intimate. It feels like it's between Lasher and Rowan, and then there's this element of Sip entering there and the Talamasca entering their story.
Do it. Now!
We really talked about it kind of like a Western. There's a feeling of a long street.
Please, Mother.
So that showdown becomes a moment of her protecting him and her kind of taking the bullet for him in a way.
I remember us mostly making fun of the Queller machine.
The Queller 2024. It's that new standard version. Buy it. Go to www.telam.com.
When Rowan falls to the ground, our director, Logan, framed the shot really beautifully. It's just half of her face, and everything is in her point of view as she has to register what's happening, but can't do anything about it.